Well, hello there everyone, and it's been a long time since I last made a Kasparovchess video. Now, last time I covered 10 of my games against some IMs and GMs on Kasparovchess, and I nearly beat one of them. I nearly beat Sopiko, but I missed a winning move and I blundered checkmate on low time. Anyway, we stopped in that video on August 5 when I played against Maxime Vacher-Lagrave, or MVL. And during that time, ever since August 5, I played some more IMs and GMs, and now I have a few more games to show you. So, in this video, I actually also played Garry Kasparov himself, and you will see that later in the video. But if you want to go straight to that, you can use the chapters feature in my video to navigate between games. Now we begin in August 9, where I play against Evo Genius or Vidit Gujrathi, a very popular and very strong GM from India. Now I have a clip from the stream, so I'll let you watch that right now.
And we don't have much time left. I want to talk to you guys, but I'll also play games side by side so that someone gets a chance to play. Let's go. And I'll just relax, talk to you guys. Send me any questions you have, you want to know. I'll play d4. Will you play in Grand Chess Tour? I haven't played yet, but I would love if I get a chance in the future. Why not? I would love to play in Grand Chess Tour. Oh yes, and Peter Svidler will be joining in after me. That is at 11:30 Indian time and 8 p.m. European time. He's playing the stone wall, which Magnus also played against me. Oh, game sound is loud again. That's true. I'll reduce it. It should be better now. I'll play a4, trying to play bishop to a3. Do you think you can make it to candidate? So initially, I always said I was a little bit hesitant. I did not know if I would make it to candidates because it's a very strong event. But playing in World Cup and having good performance really helped my confidence. Like I felt like, oh, I did not so bad, and I was very close to getting to semis. So that gave me confidence. Initially, I would be apprehensive, but at least now I have hope that if I play good chess, if I'm in good form, uh, I can do it. But it's not an easy path, of course. But at least there's hope. So I'll play b4, try to play b5. Sorry, SB4202. It was just random. No, it wasn't planned. It it's nothing personal. So he takes on c4. I'll take with the knight so that my knight can hop in on a beautiful square on d6. 95, 22. So any question? What do you think of Duda? Weren't you guys surprised that he won the World Cup? It is amazing achievement of Duda, by the way. Mm, I didn't see that coming. It's an amazing achievement to win World Cup. He defeated Magnus Carlsen. Then he defeated Karyakin. And before me, he defeated Grishuk. So he played really good oppositions. Amazing. I wasn't surprised by his win, but by his dominance. Sure, I mean, I didn't see like I think nobody before the tournament would have picked him, yeah, as the favorite. Why not play in Grand Swiss and take another shot at candidates? Of course, I'm going to play the Grand Swiss. I hope I reach there. Bishop e6. Now I just win another pawn. I'll play f5. And then play f6. What do you guys do, by the way? I would love to know a little bit more about you. Are you like, how's life at your end? What do you guys do? Are you guys studying? I'll do the nice rook left, just go with the rook here. Or are you guys working? What do you guys do? Knight f5. This gives up a piece. Anyone can play against me. I think so. Giving a piece because I want to hop in with my queen, but there's a checkmate here which I have to, of course, avoid. Needless to say. So I'm gonna block it and then hope to go queen h6. Life is good. Recently graduated. Congrats, Ragini. That's good. Sniping Mike's is in London working. Stream is at a nice evening time for me. Oh, that's good to know. With it, I've decided to become monk. I have thought about it, but it's not easy to become a monk. I mean, really, it's a big commitment. Huh? I would love to become a monk myself, but I don't think. Oh, there is checkmate here. There's mate in three. Guys, there's mate in three. Can you find it? Completed my engineering, now doing a core job. Sri Lanka engineer. Okay. My mom is worried that I might become a monk. That's her biggest worry. But I feel I cannot, I'm not qualified enough to become a monk. I won't be able to do it. Okay, there's mate in three, guys. Can you get it? Checkmate in three. One, two. Oh no, yeah, it's three. Checkmate in three. Dalai Lama. I might become a monk too. If you play knight f7, then he has king g7. That's the problem. Oh, I don't have much time, so I have to give checkmate. So rook h7, king takes back, then I give a check, all forcing moves. Now I just put my queen on h6 and it's checkmate. Okay, let me congratulate. I love this feature of congratulate. So nice that you can tell your opponent you did well. I did consider king h1 in my game with Duda, but yeah, it was just an impulsive move, you know.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that clip, and I hope you enjoyed watching me lose. So basically, here in the opening, I just tried to do a quick stone wall here, and Vidit tried to do a queen's gambit, but I declined it. Here we just traded, and here I made sure to bring my queen back before trading the knights, because if I don't bring it, for example, if my queen was still here, if I take, he would just take with the pawn, and that's a fork, and I don't want that. So yeah, we traded, and I tried to do some danger levels to try to grab that bishop, but he did not accept. Now here's where I made my first blunder, and I don't understand why I did this, bishop b7, because what Vidit did was he was successfully able to remove the defender, the only defender of the e6 square, which is the only square protecting the diagonal from my king. So if he brought the queen now or the bishop and took that pawn, it would be completely undefended, and it would be very easy to crack open the position and hopefully checkmate. So that was a big blunder on my part. I'm not sure why I did that. I guess it's just some pressure, I guess. And there you go. I don't know why I did this. I should have just I should have just brought the bishop here, then, you know, trade, and the queen would still be protecting this, and it would not be a free pawn. Anyway, he took with check, and now I just started to lose hope, basically. And I was just playing random moves. This should have just been a blunder of a knight, because, you know, take, very simple. But I don't know, it gave me a chance. Well, not really, because he just performed a nice rook sacrifice here with rook takes h7. If I do this, if I take, he would just go rook h3 check. My only move, it's either king g6 or king g7, and both of those will get checkmated with queen h6. And as you can see, every single square is covered, and my king is just basically dead. So that was the first game. It's a quick warm-up, I guess. And our next game is going to be against an IM, Sara Khadem, or Khadem. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Um, Actually, before we take a look at that, let's take a look at the eval bar from the computer. Yeah, you can see there, um, it was almost equal, +1, sure. But then after I moved my bishop, it became +4. And then +7 after I blundered the pawn. And then just mate very, very soon. Yeah, plus 320, apparently. So yeah, that's the first game. And now, let's take a look at the second game against Sara Khadem. So I'm gonna show the clip right now on the screen.
Yeah, I see most of you want to play. Okay, let's play and then we can come back. We can come back to solve some puzzles. So I'm black, d4. I usually go knight f6 on d4, which I will just do now. And d3. So, okay, let's go for d5. And I'm gonna go c5. And probably e6. I'm not so happy to play this, but let's see. I don't like to play this kind of positions with black. I don't know why I got myself into this. And now I guess I can take on d4 because white cannot take with this pawn because this guy is hanging, so it has to take with the c pawn, and I have my knight on c6, so not so bad. Yeah, I shouldn't go castle. Right, I will go b6, which doesn't look good to me. Okay, e4 is not the idea here because they usually go knight e5. So I'm happy with the move he played. f4 was also hanging. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna play knight d5. Yeah, you can play. I mean, 3 minutes or 5 minutes. So take with the queen. And knight e5. Let's see. No. You cannot challenge me because right now I'm playing, but you can do it later. I have to put the. Hey guys, I'm too slow for this. I'm gonna go castle. And I'm gonna go knight b4. I need to take on d4. Now I can take because if white take like I can capture with the check. Okay, I'm getting the queen now, so this should be over. Right? Yeah, I think white could take on 7. No, but then I could come back with my knight to f5, but probably that was possible. Or maybe I could go king h8. Actually, I don't know. Let's go. Now I can take. And it's gonna be mate in the next move. Alright guys, so next game. Who wants to play? Okay, I'm gonna play with Ali.
Okay, so we're at our second game, which is just one day after the Vidit game. This is on August 10 against I am Sara Khadem, I don't know. And you may have noticed that in here it says she's 1800, and that's because she actually lost against some of the viewers on Kasparovchess, and yeah, so that explains the low rating. So now let's take a look at the game itself, and you may have noticed in the clip that there was a Botez gambit, and I don't really want to talk about that. So I just went for the stonewall again. I always use that because it's my it's a simple opening, but albeit a pretty bad one. These are just normal moves here, and then it started getting a bit bad after I did Queen E2. I'm not sure why I did that move, and I'm not sure why I did B3 instead of just A3. A3 would have been good to deflect the, to not allow the knight to get in there, but I did B3, so yeah, she was able to do that, and here I was just really, like, what was I thinking with bishop takes b7? I don't know. This is just what kind of move is that? I guess what I was thinking is if I took with the bishop and she took the queen, I would just take the rook, but again, that's not enough compensation, and plus it's also check with knight takes e2. So very simply, I was just very simply checkmated in 21 moves with the Arabian mate. So there's not much to cover here, and that's the game. If we take a look at the analysis on the computer, yeah, it was just kind of equal at first, and then after that it just went downhill very quickly after that queen blunder, and I got checkmated. So well, that's life, and let's proceed to the next game, I guess. Let's go.
H4, A4. That is a nice idea. I like that idea, account which you love, because I'll tell you why I like that idea. It's not a clear blunder, and I can't get checkmated immediately, I think. I can't get checkmated in 2 moves with H4, A4. And it's not great, but let's just say that I won't lose because of A4, H4. Like, I won't lose because of these moves. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. Okay, I've accepted somebody. I don't know who. Oh, okay, maybe I'm playing bit the wits. So what was it? A4, H4, right? Let's go. Okay, are you trolling me? Is that what's happening here? Am I being trolled? Imagine. I'm totally being trolled, by the way, right now. What? No. What? No. No. How did that move happen? I was not aiming for that move. That is not the pre-move I wanted, chat. I promise. I'm not even kidding here. Okay, this is getting a bit crazy. That was insane. How did Queen F6 even happen as a pre-move? What is this position that we're playing? Why is Black only playing with his king? And why am I not able to find the checkmate? Oh, no. Damn it. So unfair. That was some crazy pre-move stuff. Wasn't it, chat? Seriously, like what was that about? I mean, everything is hanging. Why are we playing so... What is that game? Is this a good game? Swan, I think we should just never ever talk about this. That Queen F6, I was not going to go Queen F6. This is true. This is a very GM Peach versus Tania game. Oh my God. My rook on h7 was hanging for a million moves. Okay, Swan, let's go with, because I remember we played Swan. Swan's tough. Swan's a toughie. Oh my God, Swan, you're too fast. I can't believe you won that game. That was massive trolling. That was massive trolling. I'm gonna destroy Swan this time. Let's go, Swan. No, I wanted to play Swan again. That was a horrible game. It was really horrible. Thanks, but it's just not my day. Wait, has it started? Yeah. Okay, what is going on here, chat? What are you guys doing? No, not like that. Okay, this is not fun anymore, to be honest. I mean, guys, let's just not do this. Okay, let's Swan, we gotta play one more game. I'm so mad at what just happened. Okay, wait, this is not fun. Can we just play like a normal... Thanks, Yash. Okay, let's go. Wait, I have to beat Swan once after being trolled like that. Wait, let me just...
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, those are just a couple of joke games. In the first one, I when I was Black, I promised that I would try to do as many things as possible. Bonk Cloud, Botez Gambit, F3 G4. So that's basically what I did. There you go. I did what I could. Yeah, it was on like a bet basically, and the entire thing was just a big joke. Yeah, we were just playing random bullet games on stream, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I ran out of time on move 37. Right when the two kings were very close to meeting, you know. Yeah, I won't be counting these as games. This is just gonna be a bonus game. This is on August 13, I believe. Yeah, so a few days after the previous game. And if you look at the analysis on the first bonus game, you can see it's it looks like a game by 100 rated players basically. And then yeah, there was a big blunder there where it was another Botez Gambit. Yeah, the whole thing was just absolutely terrible. And yeah, if we look at the second game, you would notice that Tania was a bit exhausted already with these joke games. So, you know, we just made it quick. 14 moves, already checkmated. And the eval bar was really, not really saying much. It said, yeah, it's just completely downhill for white. And, you know, that's, of course, that's a thing. That's completely justified because I just blundered the whole game on move 2, king e2, of course. So that was the game, and during this time, between this game and the next game, I skipped a lot of streams because I was becoming extremely busy. But the next game, I made sure not to miss it, and you'll know why when you see the clip.
Okay, so this is the oh wow, this is the numbers are just, you know, okay, let's I mean, let's I don't know, just this the
it's scrolling by so fast. I don't just close your eyes.
I don't know, just, you know, I just pushed one. Okay, I don't know, okay, fine, I don't know who is that, so okay, just, you know, I pushed one. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just.
We have a game, folks. So we're not sure who it is, but
I don't know.
Even got the white side.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a 5-minute game, no increment, 5-minute blitz. So, you know, don't start getting into trouble. Oh my goodness, he's going for the stone wall here. It's a terrible thing to do to a queen's bishop. I don't know, those Kali systems. I remember one of the very first chess books I ever owned, some old Horowitz potboiler, terrible book, was big on recommending the stone wall here with the white pieces.
I don't know. I'm trying just to. Okay. Oh, we have.
And then it also recommended the dragon. Oddly enough, it's really a terrible schizophrenia for your dark squared bishops.
What?
Okay, can we figure out this? I can't even see the username. I need to enlarge the screen.
Why did you take only the knight? You know, what's the wow?
What happened?
Such a pity. He could take. Yes, he could take my knight, and then I had to play knight g4. So because queen d3, he would take on f6. It would be okay. But now it's now it's bad luck.
Oh well. Yes, got to maintain material equality, folks.
You have to try.
Don't want to be a materialist, but
yeah, but make sure.
A knight is a knight, as Mikhail Tal said.
Yes, piece is a piece. Yes, yeah. Extra pieces just makes my life, you know, more easier.
Oh well.
I just push the button, so that's the Okay, so we should exchange. Yeah, okay, I think it's.
Oh well. Trading, gonna trade down.
It's not trade, you know. It's no longer trade.
No. Tariffs have been applied. No longer free. There's no more free trade.
No more free trade. Check.
Yes.
So we can make a nice move.
Oh, getting fancy.
We don't have to. Yeah. But...
No. Pawn is pinned, of course, against the back rank mate. But all right. Bitovits. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Bitovits. Maybe that's a Bulgarian name. Just kidding. Is stayed out. He avoided the mate. He avoided the mate. Credit.
Yes, it's the Bitvits with many Z at the end. I don't know, with many Z.
I know. We need a pronunciation guide for these. All right. This is some agony here.
Yes, agony, yes. Yeah. Wow, he just gives up the rook. But I will not take the rook, okay.
No.
I will not take the rook.
We don't need no stinking rook.
No.
Normally that sort of refusal is a way to detect cheaters, you know, but in this case we don't have to worry about that with you since you're sitting there on the screen.
Yeah.
You always have the
Yeah.
Going for the mate here. Okay, pawn on G2 under fire. That is not going to help. Okay. Okay, folks. Find the mate here.
Yeah, I'm just I'm not taking the rook, so okay. Is he resigning, or he will go to the beater end?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he can hear us.
Yeah.
It's gonna look for moves here, I suppose. Not too many moves left.
Yes.
It's a discovered check. Here we go. All right, we'll see here. We'll get more of a test here. All these guys talking trash in the chat. I want to see you show up here. And
Okay.
all right, one in the books. Okay,
So,
good warm up. Thank you, Bit the Vits.
So
Croatian something. Oh, see if we can find maybe a little higher rank here.
high rank is what is high rank? Is this is the I'm looking for high rank, but they're okay. This is high rank.
Oh yeah, here we go. 2100.
Oh, 2100. That's high. That's pretty high.
All right.
Well then, I hope you like that. And now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. My game against the man, the myth, the legend himself, Garry Kasparov, who used to be the world champion, and yeah, it was really an honor playing him in that game. I will say that it was one of my worst chess games of all time in terms of my performance. I mean, maybe I've had worse, but it's definitely one of my worst in recent times. But I'm still extremely honored to have played him. And let's take a look at the game. So, it was the very first game on that stream, so I guess Garry was just warming up, but you know, he was still really good. And I tried to go once again for the stone wall, and during the commentary, Garry and Mig were both basically not recommending the stone wall. Okay, hold on. Knight BD2. This may not be a very important move right now, but in just a few moves, this will be very detrimental to my structure. You'll see. But yeah, Garry and Mig were just talking about basically how bad the stone wall was. Okay, here. What did I do here that was just so bad? What I did not notice was that there was another knight at the back. Now what I could have done is I could have just taken, then he could have just taken, and I would take, he would take, and then we're happy. Okay? But what I did is knight e4. Like, what is this? What is knight e4? I don't know, but I just gave away a knight for free for some odd reason. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, basically that just made me get really tilted, and I basically gave up after this. Yeah, at this point. Here I did not take with the pawn because if I did, there would be back rank mate, obviously. So I had to go h3. And here I just I don't know why I did this. I just blundered a rook for no reason whatsoever. But he did not take because he was setting up a mating net. There you go. Check, 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 and mate. Very beautiful mate right in the middle of the board. Every square is covered by Garry's pieces. Very nice mate indeed. Yeah, the entire thing was just completely covered. So that's pretty much it for the game, actually. Thank you very much, Garry, once again for playing with me on that day, on that fateful day, on August 30th. yeah, next time I should make sure that when I go, that I have to make sure that I don't go knight e4 because obviously that's not a good move to make. um, so there you go. That was my game with Garry Kasparov. If we take a look at the analysis by the computer, oops, wrong tab. Yeah, it just went completely downhill after I went knight e4. Like, the position was a little bit in black's favor. You can see there, before I made that move, it was minus 0.7. And then I did knight e4, and it became minus 4.43. I mean, even Garry himself was wondering why I didn't take the knight. And, after the game I was wondering that as well. But, it's just a combination of being starstruck and, getting, and the pressure of being the first person to play in the stream. The entire stream, by the way, was just 1 hour of Garry playing viewers, and there were a lot of viewers, I must say. So yeah, I was lucky to have been the first, because it's likely that I would not have been picked in the next games, because there were so many people right after mine. So yeah, thank you once again to Garry. Yeah, very good chess player, of course. And yeah, now we're in September, and let's go to the next game.
Minutes, and the studies I have left are difficult and will take up quite a lot of time. So I think maybe now is the time we switch to playing against the viewers. Challenge me on the website. It's kasparovchess.com, and I am, as everywhere, I am Paul Borta on the website. And as I mentioned, let me switch to a different overview. Yeah, 960 challenges are very gratefully accepted today. So here, in 960, it really does pay to spend, I don't know, 15, 30 seconds just looking at the starting position. How do I emote back? Yeah. Very important to know how to emote in a game. In this position, you would like to include the king, the queen in the game, so I think some sort of c4 is very useful. The question is, do we start with c4 or do we start with d4? The knights probably go ideally to d3 and e3. Nothing is hanging in the starting position, which is very useful. So let's just start playing. And yeah, in the meantime, Magnus is in the semis, whereas Artemiev and Alireza will now be playing a tiebreak. Yeah, c4, c5 is very, very logical. One thing you sometimes want to be doing in positions like this is start pushing. Like the move b4 here is not unreasonable. I don't know if it's a good move, but it's not unreasonable. And I am definitely very interested, as is always the case, I think, in most chess positions, when you get to trade, a quote-unquote wing pawn for a central pawn, you're quite happy. There is a way for me to attack the knight on c5 here with a move like f3. One thing I want to be very careful about doing is not to play d4 here, allowing bishop a5 check, which looks like it's mate, but it's not, because I do have knight d2 as an option. But it's a position where I do have to be quite careful. So let's play f3 and see how that goes. I might want to castle kingside in this game, developing by something like knight g3 or knight e3 and then bishop f2 and then castles. I'm not altogether sure yet. d6 is logical, but it gives me a slightly easier time developing. Yeah, let's go knight g3. I might want to play knight f5 later. I don't know if it's something that will actually... Although the pawn on c4 will now be hanging, yeah, after knight b6 or... But knight b6 gives me an option to play d4 because I no longer have to worry about bishop a5 check. Whoa, that's actually a misclick. But it's not a horrible misclick. I got very like my misclicks normally just result me in me resigning the game straight away, but this one isn't. This one is a somewhat reasonable move. I can take with the queen, or I can take with. I think developing the queen early is, if it cannot be challenged straight away, is often quite a good thing to do in 960. Just get the king, the queen into the game as early as possible. I am a little bit worried about this pawn on c4 because apart from the immediate like f6, f5 ideas, there was also the idea of playing queen c8 followed by f5. h6, I mean, it's cute with the intention of bishop h7 and then castling, but I think it's one of those moves which are a little bit too cute. And for instance, I can play queen g4 here, attacking the pawn on g7, and asking a very, very uncomfortable question regarding how my opponent wants to protect it. You can play king f8, but then you can no longer castle this game, and obviously not being able to castle is quite painful. Yeah, I think this is the right approach by my opponent. And now I have to decide if I want to be... I don't want to be... What's the word? Conservative. I want to start blowing up things on the king side. Because if I allow black to play like f6 and then queen c8, offering that queen trade, I think my advantage might very much disappear. And yeah, I don't know why my opponent so quickly took with a knight here. I would have been taking with the rook instantly. I don't really know what this signifies. Why would you prefer taking with the knight to taking with the rook and continuing to attack the c4 pawn is very, very unclear to me. Seems like this is the first move I really, really disagree with that my opponent has made in this game. Thank you, Sven. And now we just have an extra pawn with a very nice position. Yeah, you cannot challenge while I'm playing. The website is structured in a way that challenges only really come through when the game is over, so you do have to wait until this is over. g5 is now hanging. I can provoke e6, e5 by playing bishop d4, but I don't know if I should. Probably shouldn't. Black probably should be aiming for something like this, but I think I have enough resources to not allow the knight appearing, not allow the knight to appear on f5 with too much of an effect. f6, I think I can just trade. I don't really need to be all that fanciful anymore. It's just an endgame with an extra pawn, which, yeah, fantasy is no longer as required as it may have been earlier. There's still some work left because my pawns are also not as coordinated, as safe as they could be, but generally speaking, this should be a reasonably easy conversion. I don't know if knight d3 is the cleanest move. I just like bringing my pieces into play, but c5 definitely was a consideration. I'll play it now. Of course, you know, with the inclusion of knight d3 on the board, c5 only becomes stronger. Black can castle. We haven't actually demonstrated castling in this game yet, so black can castle either side. Steal, I'm pretty sure. Long castles work, short castles work. It's just that both of those endgames are bad. Because h5 is weak, knight e6 kind of kills the game stone dead if black castles queenside. I'll just play king f2. I like, keeping things tidy. I'm pretty sure there are more forceful solutions, but yeah, we don't need to overthink things in a position which is as winning as this with all of these extra pawns. I'll trade the knight for the bishop, because the moment we remove the bishop on g7 from black's position, we basically have an absolutely free mating attack on the king side. And now, regrettably, I will just collect a lot of material. I was kind of looking forward to delivering mate, but as my childhood coach told me, if there's a choice between mate in 5 and an endgame with an extra rook, always go for the endgame with an extra rook. In fact, he may have even been teaching me this about endgames with extra rooks versus like mate in 2 with checks. But those I still occasionally prefer to technical wins. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what is being tested here, but on a minute, I'm pretty sure I'm quite strong in positions like this. We can make mock wins. There's really no end to the amount of queens we can make here. More queens? Nah. Probably enough queens. I'll wait for some more 960 challenges. If there's a shorter 960 challenge in the next, I don't know, 15 seconds, I'll play one more. But for now, like 5 minutes is a bit too long probably, but we can play a 3-minute one. But if not, thanks everybody for... Whoa, okay. Let's see how 960 bullet works out. I'm a fabled, world-renowned bullet player as is, and 960 bullet is very okay. I've already blundered a pawn, but it wasn't taken, which is quite useful. We try to occupy as much of the center as possible. I would like the knight to be on f6. If g4, yeah, I don't want to give any squares to my opponent's pieces here. I guess we're castling queenside. Dude, it's been 4 seconds and you already hung something. Yeah, I'm just not very good at this, am I? What to do? Okay. Yeah, my opponent, like, I keep on sort of allowing bishop takes d5, and my opponent keeps on not taking on d5, which leads me to believe that maybe he doesn't see that it's hanging. But I'm castling kingside. You rebel. You absolute rebel. The important part here is kind of not forgetting that the clock exists, which I sometimes do in games. Yeah, as long as I remember the clock exists, I think I should be safe. The pawn was still hanging after you took the queen. Yeah, that is very true. Okay, and I've even won a bullet game, which has to be some sort of world's first. So this is a very, very successful stream already. And I think we'll call it here. We've done the 2 hours. I'm also feeling a bit jaded from all the new positions being, bombarded at my head. BG.
Okay, so this next game was on September 3 against a returning ambassador, Peter Svidler. Now, this one was in connection with Chess 9LX, which is a Chess 960 tournament, which is why these 2 games were both Chess 960 games. So the first game, to be honest, I was not really too experienced with Chess 960, so I don't really, I still don't really understand the strategies and whatnot. I just played as if it was normal chess. So, here, yeah, Peter was saying I was making pretty much very normal moves until this point when I took with the knight. And honestly, I did not understand why I took with the knight either. Yeah, I actually pre-moved this, taking with the knight. And right when he made the move, I realized, oh, I should not be doing that. I should not be taking with the knight. I should have taken with the rook, but that's how it is. And after that point, I got pretty tilted. Also, in here, I did not take because obviously if I took, he would just take my rook there, so that'll be pretty bad. And here it's just a bunch of blunders on my part. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That was one of the critical moments of the game. When he went rook h8, I obviously cannot take because it's protected by the bishop. Oh, my arrow was weird. It's protected by the bishop. And yeah, I just got my other rook, and I'm basically just completely losing here. And it was just a matter of time before I got checkmated. Now, I really wanted him to checkmate me with bishop and knight because that would have been really fun, like the MVL game from the previous video. That was really fun. But no, it was just 2 queens. But anyway, it was still pretty fun. And now, whoa, what's this website? It's Lichess. Yeah, Lichess. I put the game in Lichess because Kasparovchess does not offer any analysis function for Chess 960 or any other chess variant. So I put the entire thing in Lichess, and you can see here it was pretty normal. It did start to get much more inclined to white after I made g5, but the entire thing became worse for me when I took with the knight. I should have taken with the rook. Like that should have been the main thing. But you can see here it went from +1 to +4 for white. So that was a critical moment in the game, a critical blunder on my part. And pretty much the entire game was just doing its thing. He was very, very easily converting the position, and then after that, there you go. He made a plan to take out my knight, and that's when it went from +10 to +62.9, +63. Yeah, that was when the entire thing became just completely losing, and mate was just very close. And I just got checkmated, so that's just the way it is. Now, the next game was near the end of the stream. He was waiting for one last challenge, and I decided, hey, why don't we just play some bullet? So we did. And in this game, once again, I'm not too experienced with chess 960, so I just played random moves. So I just played whatever seemed okay. This is a very, very long castle, as you can see. Yeah, extremely long castle. It's 5 squares. Wow. And this was just a Botez gambit. Like I don't know what I was doing there, but yeah, just a Botez gambit right there. I probably should have just resigned at that point, but I went on since it was only 1 minute, and well, obviously I lost. And this time I lost on time, I believe, and not on checkmate. So that was the end of the Peter Svidler game. The 2 games rather. This bullet game was more of a bonus because it's bullet. Anyway, let's get on with the next one.
I hope this is not that this was not a flag trick. This was you just bet me. Bye bye. So this Stonewall's position, I'm always back. Rook bishop b2. And probably I want to take here. So I'm gonna go at e5. I can go knight e5 with the idea to go bishop a3, or I can go knight e2 and choose knight e2. And I want to go knight f4, so I still like my position with white. Yeah, I will go knight f4. And now should I take or not? Probably not. Or can I go e4? Yeah, I will just play some simple chess. Oh, we played in Kaptak. I don't remember. In Blitz. You can challenge me on the website. Oh, you're Yannick or what? Oh wait, are you really Yannick? Okay. Thank you for coming to the stream. And yes, please challenge me. I would love to play with you. Okay, guys, we do have a grandmaster here, so I need to play better. Now I have to talk more professional here. So Yeah, you're putting pressure on me. Because I was just playing for myself and I was enjoying the stream. Now I have to be more careful. So I just want to go H3. Okay, I can take there. Oh, I could I could just win a piece, but don't worry, Annie. I could just take on C8 and take on D7. And now I'm not even winning the pawn. I mean, yeah. I give a check. Knight F6. Knight E5. Okay. Yes, after this game I can accept challenges. While I'm playing, I cannot accept challenges, but after that I can. Yeah, because I mean I was laughing the whole time, but after you came to the stream, I thought I have to win, so I tried to be more serious because I know you're going to make fun of me later. So probably this game is going to end soon if I don't stalemate. Oh, thank you. Okay, seriously, I'm going to stalemate this game. How do I mate? I'm gonna go here. And finally mate. So we can play one more game. Yannick, can you challenge me? Because it would be really nice to play with you.
So, this game was on September 14, and that day was the same day as my mother's birthday. So, yeah, that's, a fun fact, I suppose. This was against Sara Khadem, I don't know how to pronounce it again. Yeah, it's just a pretty normal game. I was trying to go for the stone wall. Once again, I always try to go for the stone wall because I used to try out the Italian before, but then I don't know, too much theory that I still haven't memorized. So, that's just how things were. And here obviously I cannot take with this because that would just be a fork and it's protected by the bishop, so of course I don't want to take that. I tried to pin the knight, but obviously there's just a very easy block with the pawn. And here yeah, everything was, like, in terms of material, everything was completely equal, but positionally I was just pretty much losing because her pieces are very active, and yeah, here this is when she started to grab material. And yeah, like in the middle of the game, her pieces became just very, very active, and mine were extremely passive. They were doing next to nothing, and so it was easy for her to convert and eventually win the game on move 47, where she took all of my pieces first and then promoted to queen and went rook g8 checkmate. Now if we look at the analysis, well, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It was going in white's favor pretty much the entire time. I'm not exactly sure why this was a blunder for white, but either way, I did not notice it, and I just proceeded to lose like I always do with these Kasparovchess ambassadors. You know, the day when I defeat a Kasparovchess ambassador is the day I die. Okay, I am never going to I'm never going to defeat one of these people. I'm just too weak at the moment. In Lichess, I'm like 1400, and I've been stuck there for a very long time. Anyway, enough with the rambling. That's it for that game, and now let's get to our next game with Jovanka Houska.
It's like you ask yourself, what's... Oh, I won. Timeout. Okay. Well, that was... Oh, no, I missed it. Can you challenge me again? Blitz. Whoever, I missed it. I was too quick on the exit. Oh, there you go. Blitz the Wits. Here we go. Let's play again. So, what is this? Okay, this needs some thinking. Okay, so let's take space. We take space. This is hitting here. So this is chess 960. Let's see what we can do with... What is this knights? These knights are doing. Put them on good circuits, said David. Let's put them out. And then I don't know where it's going. So let's control. This knight's now, this pawn is controlling. That's not attacking anything. So let's go here. And yep. I have an idea. Take that, because I'm a sucker for taking off pieces, and then let's attack that. Yeah, so all you need to do to challenge me is as soon as I finish the game, just you can challenge me, and it's basically first come, first served, whoever I see. And if you already played me, then it would be nice if you didn't challenge me as well, because then that way everyone gets to go. So I think my bishop might get caught. Okay, let's maximize my bishops. That's a good move. And yeah. And now what do I want to do? Aggression. Yeah, got to be done. And then what else to do? Ooh, I like it. I have an opponent who's like, yeah, I'm not scared. I don't need to be scared of this. But maybe I was rash. And then now I have to castle. Now I would like to castle. There we go. Done. I once played a chess 960 game online where I was trying to castle. I was trying to put the rook onto g1 and it wasn't working. And I didn't know how to do it. And we were stuck. And we're like, castling is not working. And we had this amazing position, except it just had to castle. And it just wasn't working. And then we figured it out. They had to tell us, okay, I take that one and then I pre-move that one. And so I have some pieces. This is a weak king. It's all about attacking now. So you want to make some shelter for your knight. I'm sorry. I'm going to say no to that. I'm not going to let you do that. I'm going to bring in a knight to the game. Bring a knight to the gunfight. Yeah, so so the way to castle in chess 960 is you put your king on top of the rook, and then that's it. So that's all you need to do. Put the king on top of the rook, and then that's you castled. It's not easy, I tell you. Okay. Da-da-da. Now, my thing is all about checkmates, and I really want to play it. Knight takes pawn check. King takes. Bishop takes pawn. Let's go for it. I can't resist. I can never resist like a destructive sacrifice. And I've got queen takes pawn as possible. I've got bishop takes pawn, which I like because then I'm like at least guaranteeing myself some extra material. And I'm also introducing the bishop into the fight. No, okay, there I'm going to... Oh, what that the icon was. Check. Going to hunt the king. And now if the king runs to here, I give checkmate to the king on e7. So I'm going to pre-move that square. Queen to e7. Oh. And then I'm going to pre-move this queen going. Ah, that's so cool. How can I chat? Exit. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Also congratulate Bits the Wits, because it was quite a cool game with chess 960. It's all about taking space.
Well, yeah, that's another chess 960 game. I hope you enjoyed that clip. And it was basically pretty equal during this time, and then when I had to bring the rook out, I think I was already at a very slight positional disadvantage because her pieces were a lot more developed than mine, especially here. And it's a very, very funny castle here. The rook just jumps over the king for some odd reason. And when I took with the knight here, that was just a complete absolute blunder because it opened up the entire thing, and it just, I mean, a knight and a bishop for a rook and a pawn, in my opinion, is not very good, but in terms of the number of points, it was decent. And as you can see, instead of taking the rook, she just proceeded to checkmate me. It's a very quick game, and it's a very bad game from me. Very bad performance. So since this is a chess 960 game, let's head on over to the other tab with Lichess. Yeah, Lichess. So yeah, you can see here pretty much equal. Yeah, even zeros right here. And it was starting to become positionally bad for me around here, and then boom, from plus 1.6 to plus 6.8, plus 6.5. Yeah, with that knight move. I don't know why I did that, but I say that a lot with these Kasparov chess games. I don't know why I make most of my moves, but that's just what happens when you get starstruck or nervous or whatnot. So yeah, that that's the end of the game, and that's all for September. So now let's get into the final few games from October. Okay, let's go.
Epic. So I think now it's time to play some chess with you guys. So please send in a challenge. Let's go to the main page. I'll go to play. I am right there. So please send me a challenge, guys. I do see some challenge here by Bit Hevitz. So let's go. I'll accept it. I hope this board is not too small for you to see and it's all right. Okay, I'll play knight f6. Which opening to play? e3. Let's go Benko style. I'll play c5. I never liked Benko. Was this the last puzzle? No, Mighty Boom. There were many more puzzles in that section, but there's not much time, and I thought it makes sense that all of you have joined in, and I would love to play a game with you guys. So I think for the next few minutes I would do it. He's going for the stone wall setup, but that only works if my pawn is on d5, but my pawn is on d7, so that should help me. I can put my pawn on d6, covering the knight on e5, and neutralize this stone wall setup. So I'll play knight to c6, develop my pieces. Bishop d2. That can't be a good move. Let's break open the center by playing e5. He captures, I'll take back. Of course, he cannot take on e5 because the bishop on d3 is hanging. Pat says, great puzzles. Amazing. Yeah, Pat, they have amazing collection of puzzles. This was just one section and they have puzzles for each level. If this was too hard for you, they have puzzles from the absolute beginner level to the master level to, there are like, I think 6 or 7, 8 levels. So club level is there, casual, beginner, tournament, all these levels are there. So don't get intimidated if you find those puzzles too tough. They have puzzles curated especially for your strength. It's an amazing website to learn chess. Oh, thank you moderators for putting in the list. Knight e5, I think I can just capture. Now I'll just play knight where I'll put my knight to d7, hoping to capture here. And also now if you use the code Vidit30, it's like 30% off on all the subscriptions. So cash in on that opportunity. My ID is Evil Genius, so you can send me a challenge there. I'm just a pawn up and my pieces are very active, so this should be a technically very easy win. Look at the difference in pieces. His pieces are very passive, whereas my knight is centralized. This pawn on e4 is very, very good. I'll just play f5, protect this pawn. Simple chess. Why is your name Evil Genius on this site? That's an interesting question. So I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike. I don't know if you guys know this game called Counter-Strike. I used to be obsessed with that game. By the way, this is a free bishop and I would just take it. I have played, I think, at least 1,000 hours. Not 1,000, I think easily 2,000 hours of Counter-Strike. Maybe more. 100%. Yeah, I must have played 2,000 hours without a doubt of Counter-Strike. And then there was a team, esports team in US. It was called EG. That was basically Evil Genius. And I really liked their name. And from there, I got inspired and I took this ID of Evil Genius. Knight g4. Now I'm attacking the pawn on e3. I have some ideas like, taking on h2 and stuff like this. Okay. I wanted to give a checkmate. Okay, let's go for checkmate. I'll take with the knight. He has to move the rook. Then I'll move my queen. So Vidya had a similar childhood like us noted. Oh, you have no idea how much I loved playing esports, all these games, especially FPS games, and mainly Counter Strike. Okay, not even Dota and all that stuff. I never tried Dota and the other games, but Counter Strike. Oh my god, I was addicted. I used to play like until 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Don't do that. Don't do that, guys. I realized that but it was so much fun. I can't tell you how much fun it was. Even now, when I think of it, I feel good. I feel like when I think of the game, I can't believe how addictive that game is. So I'll move my knight so that I can push the pawns. This should be like I have extra piece. I should just not lose on time. I have only 1 minute, but yeah. Apart from that, this is easy. Have you tried Valorant? I haven't tried Valorant, but it looked very similar to an FPS game. Um, is it worth playing? I have no time nowadays, In childhood, you have so much time, but nowadays it's just too many commitments, too much work to do. B3, I'll move my rook back so that I attack the queen. Oh, is the queen trapped? Epic. Epic queen trap, guys. The queen has no square. Queen has no square. It can't go anywhere. Oh, funny queen trap. Okay, now we just take it. And be ready with your challenges. Okay, I'll exit this. Send in your challenges, guys. Oh, Vidit OP. 10 minutes is too much. Can you send a smaller challenge?
So, welcome back, and this is on October 1. I hope you enjoyed the clip, and this is against Evo Genius once again, or Vidit Gujrathi. And here I made a very bad mistake, which I made in a previous game dated on August 30th. So, let's go. I tried to go for the stone wall again, so I did. And here, right here, take. I did not take. Why did I not take? I have no idea. What I should have done instead of bishop e2 is I should have gone knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, pawn takes, and then yeah, that would have been pretty good for me, but unfortunately I missed it, just like when I missed it during my game with Garry Kasparov. I could have also just done, instant pawn take, queen take, pawn take, but in my opinion it would have been better to take out this knight as well. But anyway, that was a mistake. Luckily it did not cost me the game, but it did make me have a worse mood because I noticed it a few seconds after making the move bishop to e2. So that was a pretty bad thing, and yeah, there you go. I just traded, and yeah. The entire thing, my entire position was just in absolute shambles after this. Just a bunch of taking and a bunch of bad positions, really. Yeah, he was just infiltrating my entire area, and I believe I ran out of time right here. For some odd reason. Either that or I resigned. I don't 100% remember. But yeah, for some reason I took with my queen and he just took like that, and yeah, that was a pretty bad game. And yeah, that was the game. Now let's go to, what was that sound? Let's go to the analysis, and you can see, yeah, it was all pretty much equal, and then I made that mistake, then it went downhill. pretty quickly. Yeah, you can see there on, yeah, right here, it was just going all the way downhill, and the entire thing was just, yeah, this just blunders a pawn, by the way. And I blundered a bunch more things after that. I could have blundered my my other pawn here, but well, he chose not to. Yeah, that was the game, and it ended with a score of minus 23.34. So that's a pretty good score for him and a pretty terrible score for me. So anyway, that was the game, and let's get into the next one. Cue the clip.
So finally I won a game, and I will try to go for a new one. So Amir Reza, he's from Iran. Should I accept it? Yeah, probably I will. I wanted to accept the other one, but I took too long to accept the challenge, so oh, and I said it in the beginning of the stream, so if you haven't been online then, I will say it again. Garry Kasparov has done a masterclass, which is going to be launched on 19th this month. So that is something really exciting that I'm also waiting for. I mean, I will obviously watch it on the website. And so you can just go on Kasparovchess, you can register, and you can just enjoy it. I think if somebody from Kasparovchess can just write the details about the masterclass, that would be great. I mean, how they can watch it and all. I just took so long. How did I lose all my time? I have no idea. And why did I play bishop b2 then play bishop a3? Thank you for joining the stream. Yes, the rating. That's true. You cannot play and stream at the same time. But that's what, I mean, if you just look at Hikaru's games, I mean, now he says that he's a professional streamer, but he's doing perfectly in chess also. I was writing some reports for the tournament he played, the Rapid and Blitz. He was doing so good. Yeah, Hikaru is not a good example. I mean, I cannot compare myself now to Hikaru. So, yeah, I want to go f4, and I want to go queen a5, and I want to go rook c7 or rook c5, but he will go rook. But maybe I can go. Oh, why did I play this? No, it's okay. It's actually okay because he couldn't go b6. Yes, I always lose on time, so maybe you were playing with me. I can go b4 next. Or I can take, yeah, I can take. Yeah, Shikar is nice. So I want to go queen e5 because if takes, then I can go bishop b5. Okay, he made it easier for me because I wanted to go bishop b5. Anyways. And now I wanted to go bishop d7, which I still can. And I can go c6. And then I want to take on e6. So again, I'm running out of time, but hopefully this time, okay, I could just go c7. And I can just take, I will take here, I will take here, and I will go there. Okay. And this is finally going to be mate, so I will not get flagged. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about the chat now. So let's go for the next one.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that clip, and now here is the game. And in this game, you may have spotted it while watching the clip, but there was a totally winning chance here. Yeah. So basically here it's just very, very normal, extremely normal, surprisingly normal for this level of play. So I'm just going for the stone wall, and we traded bishops, and it's really, really very, very normal. Yeah, to be honest, extremely normal. So yeah, we just traded there, and then I brought my rook over, and here I want you to spot the winning line, which I missed in the game on move 21. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Okay, if you were able to find it, then good job. It's pretty obvious. And if you didn't, then okay. The move was b6. Now b6 is obviously very easily a fork of the two, of the rook and the queen. Now if the rook just takes my rook, I will take the queen, and then we trade rooks. If the queen takes this, if the queen takes my pawn, I would just go here, and the queen is completely trapped. And so either way, no matter what my opponent does, no matter what Sara does, the entire game is lost for her, because there will be an exchange for a queen in exchange for a rook. Now I'll put that in Lichess. I put that in Lichess just so it's easier to visualize. So I'm going to, because I can move it. I can move the pieces here. If she takes, I would take, and then after that we could just very easily trade here. If she takes here, I would just go here, and it's completely trapped. The queen cannot go anywhere. You can see here. Yeah. This covers this part, and this part's covered by this, and then this part's covered by the pawn, of course, and of course here, this part is covered by this pawn and the rook. And then if she goes, for example, here or something, then it would just very easily also trap the queen with something like if she goes here, I could probably, I could either just grab the pawn for free, or yeah, I mean grab the rook for free rather with the pawn. Either way, it's completely losing for her, because yeah, it's just a very stunning blow there, very stunning fork, wherein either way, no matter what I do, the queen and the rook would be exchanged. But I missed that, so there you go. And in the end, she ended up converting the position and winning, and she got a promotion checkmate at the end. So there you go. That was the game. Yeah, it's just very easy a ladder mate there with the promotion. If you look at the analysis here, it's just, yeah, it dipped and then it went back up. So yeah, and then I blundered here, then she didn't notice, and then I blundered again, and yeah, it was pretty bad. But hey, that's the end of the game, and that's life. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and all the time I miss the winning move. So there you go. Now let's get into our next game.
Oh, my time? Okay, but it's mate. No, this is not my own stream. This is being done on Kasparovchess. So, okay, I will go for the last game. It's easier to just order the food, Amir. I mean, okay, I'm just reading one chat in Persian. He's saying that he just saw that I was 24 years old, so I want to start streaming myself as well. So as I said it like 100 times on this stream, I will just start doing it in the next few days. So if you're interested, you can just go to my channel. Thank you for the game. I don't know why I'm taking here. Jesse, you have to hear the sound. I mean, how it sounds. Then we will talk if it's cool or not. So I want to go knight d6. And now I'm super happy with my position, because in this stonewall kind of structures, I have gained all I wanted. Yes, I can teach you Persian on my channel. But I think if I do it now, Kasparovchess is going to be really angry with me, because today I was not talking about chess at all. I was all the time talking about myself streaming and Sohrab, I don't know if you yeah, I said something about chess. I said about my favorite chess player. So what languages do I know? It's only English and Persian, unfortunately. I've always wanted to learn other languages, but I'm not a hardworking person, so. So Sohrab, you always write in Persian, and here I have to speak in English. So what you said about the issue about streaming in Iran, I don't have that issue because I have a German account. So okay, that's cool. The rook was hanging. I used to be a hardworking person, but sometimes you just lose the motivation. So I hope to find it back. I mean, usually for me, I improve when I'm playing tournaments because during the tournament you have to work. And when I play, I'm forced to work, so I improve. I don't know why I played h4 because that was going to be mate anyways. So London, I really liked London system. I mean, I used to play it with white, and now I only played with black, and I think it's a really solid opening.
So yeah, this is another game against Sara Khadem, I don't know how to pronounce her name, on the same day, which is October the 6th. So yeah, we just played a normal game. I tried to go for the stone wall again, as I always do. And things were going semi-okay. But I blundered later. We'll see. Yeah, this was just, yeah, like what, like, and then, okay, those are just normal trades, and yeah, there you go. Like, what is G6? What is G6? Just very simply blunders a rook. And after that, it's just, she just started to convert, and it became very bad for me. And there you go, that's checkmate. Yeah, rook h8 checkmate. Every square is covered completely by every piece. There you go. That was the game. It's very simple, and it's very normal, and you can see here in the eval bar, it was a very smooth game for her, and yeah, I blundered my way to a loss. Yeah, you can see there a big blunder and another big blunder right there, and well, yeah, that's just what happens when you know, when you play Kasparovchess Ambassadors. You lose and lose unless you're Sven, because Sven is able to defeat like a lot of them so far, I believe. Anyway, yeah, that was the end of that game, and now we're going to get into the very last game of this video, game number 10. So yeah, cue the clip.
Thank you, Stromae. And now I will accept Bits the Viz. Bits, I think we played before. 849. Yeah, you're very strong. 849 Bits the Bits. And remember, I will try to do it on a first come first served basis, so don't get too upset. And if I don't manage to spot your challenge in time, and no repeat challenges, because I think it should be fair. Everyone should get a go. Let's fianchetto my bishop. Ooh, we got a stone wall. Yes, you can play. Of course you can. everyone can play. How to challenge? You basically set up an account on Kasparovchess, and then you just challenge me. So as soon as this game is over, you challenge me, and literally, because I'm not that great with computers, I just take the first challenge that I see. It's not like not like I run through them and go, I'll have this one, I'll have that one. No, I don't do that. I just, whoever's at the top of the list gets chosen. And so that's why I ask everyone to just stick to the one challenge, so that everyone has a go. Let's trade off the light squared bishops, if you let me. Why do I want to trade off light squared bishops? Because I want to get control over this key e4 square. And then if I get control over the e4 square, I will put this thing into operation, which is what I call the big clamp. Okay, so let's reinforce my pawn structure. Okay, now let's start. I want to maneuver my knight to e4. That's my goal. And you covered the g3 square. Very good. And now I want to basically kind of, okay, let's move my knight. What I want to do is I want to do something called where I just pawn storm on the queen side. Okay, so you have away, be gone with you, knight. Okay. Yeah, I've only played one game so far, unfortunately. We had a bit of a technical malfunction where I just couldn't see any challenges, and I said I was offline. So I played what? 2 games? 1 game? Sorry. Yeah. We did some puzzles, Sidamania. We spent a lot of time doing puzzles. We had a lot of fun chatting and solving puzzles. And that's like the joy of chess. And now my plan is in operation, but this bishop is annoying me, is bothering me. Don't like it. So let's come forward my knight, potentially attack it. And then my next move will be, my knight will be jumping into e4. I like my position. It's quite nice. Okay, now I come in with tempo. And move away, queen. And then once the queen moves, can I take the, no, there, pawn on. Yeah, let's just connect my rooks. That's indestructible. And then I'm going to push my pawn. Yeah, my position is good. I like my position. I have overwhelming knights, and then my idea is to simply storm the left side of the queen side. The queen side. And once I've done that, I will be very happy. What did you play? Queen to d1. Okay. Let's get rid of that defender. And when the knight moves, I'm going to capture the pawn. Yep, I'm going to take that pawn. And I'm going to pre-move this pawn. No, yeah, I should pre-move that. And then knight takes, rook is in the air. Looks like there's a rodeo in the upper left of the board. That's so cool. It's true, though. It looks good. And now I'm attacking the rook. I'm attacking the queen. Can I extract? Okay, let's take that one. Okay, then I'm a rook up. And this is all good. Let's offer a trade of queens just to kill the game. And let's continue with the plan. The plan is hasn't changed whether I'm a rook up or not. I want to open up the queen side, and I want to ruin this beautiful chain of pawns. If rooks are crooks, we don't need them. I love that line. Rooks are crooks. Oh, I need to introduce this one to the commentary world. Rooks are crooks, but obviously it wasn't me who came up with it. I have to acknowledge whoever came up with rooks are crooks. Okay, and after the pawn steps forward to block the check, the rook will come and deliver checkmate. Okay, and no rematch. Harvey the dog. So that Harvey the dog came up next. Sorry, so from Scotland, Harvey the dog. Okay, I like the way that the colors change. So now knight comes to f6.
Well, that was the game, and I hope you enjoyed that clip. This is just 2 days after the previous game. This is on October 8th. So, yeah, let's just take a look. It's just your normal Stonewall once again. And there you go. Yeah. And during this time, she was basically destroying my position, positionally. And, yeah, she was just very, she was infiltrating very well. And here I made a big blunder. Queen d1. Why is Queen d1 a blunder? Well, you must have noticed during the game that first she had to, yeah, of course there's a fork, but you can't do it right now. You have to remove the defender of the e3 square. Now, what's the defender? That is the knight on g4. So what she had to do is h5 to attack the knight and get that thing out of there so that she could fork me. And well, I couldn't really do much. And yeah, it's just a big blunder on my part. That was probably the biggest blunder of the game. Yeah, that was it. That was the end for me. And that was the end for my video. Yeah, that's the last game in the video. If we take a look at the analysis, yeah, it was a very smooth game for Jovanka. Yeah, just very easily going down for me. Yeah, it ended in checkmate on move number 34. So that's the end. Those are my 10, well, more like 13 if you count the bonus ones, games with the Kasparovchess ambassadors. I hope you like this video, and if you have not seen the other one, please take a look at it. I played a couple of grandmasters who I haven't played here, namely Maxime Vacher-Lagrave and Levon Aronian. Now, during this time, like while I was trying to get games, both of them streamed, but the problem is I was a bit too busy during those days, and on the one day when I was trying to attend the MVO stream, I actually fell asleep before I was able to get a game because, you know, the entire thing was at like 2 or 3 a.m. and I had a very busy day that day, and I was very tired, so unfortunately I was unable to play them a second time, but hey, third time's the charm, as they say. So maybe I'll be able to make another video with them in it in the future. But anyway, I hope you like this video, and I hope you like my other content about chess. Yeah, in the Garry Kasparov video, another user by the name of BonkCloud only played the BonkCloud against Garry Kasparov. I found that kind of funny, but well, it's what a waste of an opportunity. You could have played you could have played a good game against one of the best players of all time, and you played the Bon Cloud. I don't know. Anyway, that was the video. Thank you very much for watching, and you can take a look at my other Kasparovchess video in the end card. And if you want to take a look at my other videos, I make videos on cassettes and on audio equipment like my Edifier speakers and my Tascam DRO5X PCM recorder, which I'm actually using right now. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and I hope I see you in the next video. Goodbye.